both of you, who do you consider the lucky charm in your lives?
My wife, probably.
Oh.
My life kind of changed at the same time. Like I met her, and then like the same month I signed my first film. I became an actor like immediately after. So it was just that whole 2011 was, I think, the time my life changed, and I've had fairly good luck in the movies.
There's a dialogue, you know, my love life sucks, my professional life sucks, and everything sucks basically. So Anand fixed my professional life, Anand Rai. My love life was fixed by my husband, Anand Ahuja. So,
wow. So you lucky charm, Anand.
Anand. I think...
Anandi Anand.
Anandi Anand.
Hi, this is Dulquer Salmaan.
This is Sonam Kapoor Ahuja.
And you're watching us on Bombay Times Online.
We all believe in luck, and today, हमारे luck को यकीन में बदलने के लिए we have the Zoya fact actors Sonam Kapoor and Dulquer Salmaan. Welcome on Bombay Times Online. Tell us something about the concept. What attracted you both in signing this movie?
DQ, you start now.
So I mean, it's obviously based on a famous book, and I like this whole luck versus hard work argument in the film, and it's there throughout. It kind of, I think, from the beginning of the film to the end, it's the major conflict in the movie. And her character, I think Zoya, is kind of out of luck in her life, but then she ends up becoming this lucky charm. We obviously, you know, are attracted to each other or whatever. But,
attracted? Why are you so embarrassed?
I don't know how to put it. I'm like, how much am I revealing? Anyway, in the film. And then it becomes a conflict between
but he doesn't know what to say only.
The lovers. I don't know how much to reveal. I'm like, you know, they should watch the movie.
The book is there, it's out there.
I know, but the movie is different from the book.
Slightly, yeah.
But yeah, so I'm always very particular about these things.
Not putting it out
I keep wondering if like everything's in the trailer. You know, I'm like, there should be stuff you find out in the movie.
So that's why you're just keeping it like a
yeah, so I like this film. I like the way it is adapted.
It's romantic. It's a romantic comedy. We end up together.
It's more than a romantic comedy. I feel like you're like.
See, now she's revealing the things, okay?
She's revealing everything.
We end up together.
What the hell, man?
What the? It's nothing more. It's a really sweet film. It's like you go and whichever. It's not only a rom-com. It's very quirky. There's a lot of cricket. But eventually, when you see these kind of films, which are very rare in Bollywood, but like you and I, which urban audience, we like these kind of films which you watch from Hollywood or British cinema or whatever. And you know that you're gonna feel good at the end of it.
Yeah.
So you'll feel good at the end of watching this.
But what a deadly combo, no? Like people actually believe in, luck factor when it comes to cricket.
Yeah.
Like
everything,
there was one elderly lady who was there for the match, and people actually assume that because of her we won the match and all, and she got the semi-finale tickets and all.
Yeah. They
so something like that we in India actually.
But then she went for the semi-finals or no?
Yeah, she went. She went for the semi-finale. We lost it. Yeah.
You lost because of the rains, the gods.
Because of the rain. Because
of the
rain
god.
We would have actually won because of अगर वो delay नहीं होता तो.
Lord Indra आपने क्या कर दिया?
The Zoya factor was missing, no? That's
Zoya
right.
factor was missing.
She was supposed to be there and she refused to go because she had to go for a nail appointment.
I don't know. I was in Manchester, yaar. I said I'll watch it in my home. I'll go. My dad was like, come. And then I was
just imagine if you would have gone as Sonam, you already have the Zoya factor.
Listen, I'll tell you something. If I have to go for any of these things, I have to get ready. Fortunately or unfortunately, because of my profession, I have to saj dhaj ke jao wherever I go. So I was like, it's a 3-hour train ride from London to Manchester, number one. Number two, मेरे को पूरा तैयार होके जाना पड़ेगा. And then I said, I might as well watch it in the, at home. And I said, they'll win it. And then I'll go for the finals. ऐसा हो गया था. We didn't win then.
You're the reason we lost.
Yeah.
But do you both believe in luck, in lucky charm? Sonam, you have been considered as a lucky charm for your dad. Because you actually brought luck to him for sure.
And the more you say it, my father will be like, यार मेरी मेहनत का कोई अभी मेरे को वो दे रहा ही नहीं है कि तुम्हारे वजह से मेरी career ऐसी चली गई. No, but I think there is. I believe that there is a positive impact of positive people in your life. Now, I'm not saying that. I mean, I hope I'm a positive person. I said, but whoever is in your life, if they have a positive impact, things work out for the best. Give you the right advice. Or something like that. And it's also I think it's also in your head sometimes. Like you consider something lucky for you and it gives you a little tasalli जो बोलते हैं ना कि tasalli हो जाती है. I have this one phone that I've been using, or like for example Bebo, like this one vanity van that she has to have. Since jab we met, she has this vanity van. And if you see that vanity van, Like, how, Kareena, how are you sitting with this man? She's like, "Nahi, I'm very comfortable." Riya's like, "No, she thinks he's lucky." Because my sister doesn't believe in any of that.
She doesn't.
No,
my
she
sister
doesn't believe
My
in it.
sister doesn't believe at all.
But both of you, who do you consider the lucky charm in your lives?
My wife, probably.
Oh.
No, I mean, it was like my life kind of changed at the same time. Like I met her, and then like the same month I signed my first film. I became an actor like immediately after. So it was just that whole 2011 was, I think, the time my life changed, and I've had fairly good luck in the movies. I could say that.
And for you?
I think the name Anand is very lucky for me. It's one of my favorite films. My career graph changed after Anand Rai directed me in Ranjana. And then my husband is Anand. So, you know, like there's a dialogue, you know, my love life sucks, my professional life sucks, and everything sucks basically. So Anand fixed my professional life, Anand Rai. My love life was fixed by my husband, Anand Ahuja. So,
Wow. So you already have the lucky charm,
lucky charm is
Anand.
Anand. I think
Anandi Anand.
Anandi Anand. And Anand also means joy and happiness. And I think in it means joy, you know, joy and bliss. And I think the only thing that has saved me from high school onwards, like 10th standard onwards, I had a lot of like health difficulties. Has always been to look at like the positive side of things. I struggle with my health. I always have. And the only way I kind of think about all the other things, like I have a very positive mindset about looking at things. I mean, like, you know, the glass is always full, and I think that has to do with my positive attitude towards life.
During the initial stages of, you know, when the film was getting shot and all, she called you a weirdo on Twitter, which caught Mumbai
National
Police's attention.
What did I say? Because I called you.
No, I made that whole car video, and you were just like weirdo.
You guys, yeah, even
No.
Mumbai Police was like, you know, he was
They called me weirdo
on
also.
phone calls and all like that. You
So-
guys.
It was a joke.
So,
I know,
if
very
you had
casual.
to describe her in one word, what would that be?
I think weirdo is not the right word for him. I think geek is the right word for him. But geek and weirdo
Yeah,
is the same.
geek, I think definitely.
And there's
But-
a good thing to be a weirdo.
No, I think what she found weird is, I mean, we were being, you know, the car
Rigged
was
by,
being
yeah.
rigged, it was rigged, and it was
Yeah.
steering itself. So I was very
Yeah.
fascinated by that.
Yeah.
So I was shooting a video of the car steering itself, because
Yeah.
every time the rig turns, the car also turns. So I was like, oh, cool, it's like it's steering itself. So she's like, that's weird. I mean, like, for her, obviously she doesn't understand cars or doesn't really care about it so much.
Yeah, that's why she was out of the WhatsApp group also.
Yeah, we threw her off because of that, because she has no input.
Zero input.
Zero
The car takes him from one place to another.
But what word would I describe? But not in a negative way, but I keep calling her a brat in a nice way, like.
My husband also calls me that. So.
Yeah, but I think in an endearing way. Sort of like in every house there's a brat.
But she's like chirpy like that, and you are quite calm and quiet like that
I can
on
be
the
quiet.
on the
I'm
sets.
very moody.
How was the chemistry on the sets while shooting?
It's
for
like
the
this. I
This
think
only. Pulling his leg all
Pull
the
his leg
time.
all the time.
99% of the time.
sometimes I'll zone off. Like I'll be in my own, but she'll correctly catch it. So she's like, you're zoning out today. Not in the best of moods today.
And she, even now I saw her that, you know, she's constantly telling you something or the other.
Yeah. So this is exactly how.
She keeps you busy
Yeah,
with the
She
comments.
gets me on my toes, wakes me up.
He's asleep right now. He's like, karna ye.
But like if you see in Bollywood, like, you know, after you have done 2 films,
Yeah.
here the promotional fever is a lot as
Yeah.
compared to maybe
Yeah.
down south.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Is that tiring for
Man,
you?
I just feel, I feel bad like when I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. I feel like I'm becoming repetitive and not interesting. You know, so I'm like, how do I make this interesting?
You have a companion who's making it interesting.
But I mean, I love that she's always the same sort of energy and the same amount of enthusiasm. So then that gives me also some energy. You know, I feel like if she was also like in my same shoes or whatever, then this would be very dull. you
Yeah,
know?
it would be
So
like,
thank you for that.
yeah, I'm making it interesting for you.
You're you.
I'm doing it only for you.
Thank you.
While nepotism is an ongoing debate in Bollywood, have you ever faced something like this in, you know, down south?
So it's a bit different, especially in my industry. It's not that common. Like we don't see many second generation actors. Now there's maybe 4 or 5 of us.
It was actually looked down upon. No?
Not looked down, but it was just. I mean, there's no guarantee, right? So I think in the previous generations, you would just never see a second generation actor who's made it, who's successful. There have been some that have come maybe in the early 80s, but you just didn't see them kind of replicate in the success of their fathers, or they just dwindled out after some time. So we never thought that our audience is there would guarantee you a place in this industry just because you're from a certain family.
I don't think any audience does
Yeah, I don't
that.
think it does. But I'm saying, like, at least, you know, here there are historically there are families who've had second, third, fourth. I think like the
Generations,
Kapoors are
yeah.
what, fifth.
Kapoors.
No, Prithvi, Raj
fourth
Kapoor, Raj
generation.
Kapoor, Rishi Kapoor, fourth.
Fourth
Ranbir is fourth
generation.
generation.
So that I mean, I'm saying we're struggling to understand second generation there. So fourth generation is like something amazing. So like I think that is very cool. Like if a family's been able to sustain that, you don't even see, you know, business houses kind of sustaining after 3 generations. They have this whole like
Okay.
logic behind it. But so I didn't see it as something that I could bank on. So I think that argument is different in both these places. Now suddenly this word is caught on.
But you know, even you might have faced difficulty being a star kid, you know, Sonam. It's not like everything has come easy to you, for that matter.
You think so?
I don't think so. It's come easy to you, for sure. I've seen your own struggles, you know, I've seen your own journey living. and
I
you've
know, but
carved-
the thing is, what it is there's a instant recognition, right? Because you're so and so's daughter, or XYZ son, or etc. etc. But I was actually having this conversation with Lolo, Karishma, and she came into the industry even though some of her family was not okay with her coming into this industry, and she had to make it on her own, completely on her own, and she worked super hard and she did it on her own, like absolutely, like there was no help and anything, and she really struggled, but you know. And she just said, she's like, you know, at the end of the day, your work has to speak. You know, she's very like old school like that. She's like, your work has to speak for itself, right? And she's like, there are a lot of actors and actresses who came with her, who came with me, or who came a couple of years before me or after me, who haven't sustained, who come from family, you know, from family backgrounds. So she's like, you know, that is always there. She's like, the audience, you know, you have to respect the audience's intelligence, and I respect the audience. I think they're very smart. And if directors and producers are putting money on you, it's not because you're XYZ's son or daughter. I think they just do it because they feel like you can
People
want to watch you, or they like your work, or you're talented. I mean, I've had the opportunity of working with a lot of directors who have not worked with my father at all. Whether it's a Rakesh Mehra, whether it's a Sanjay Leela Bansali, whether it's a Balki, whether it's a Suraj Barjatia. They're the biggest filmmakers in the country, you know. Anand Rai, you know, Ram Madhwani is he's the biggest ad filmmaker in the country, possibly one of the best in the world. So all these directors and producers have never worked with my father. They're like, I did Rakesh Mehra's like second or third film. I think they're new generation. They wanted to work with me. So I don't get how that works. Like, I don't understand what it means. Nepotism, the meaning of nepotism, if you go online, means to give a member of your family or a friend or anybody who's connected to you in some way a job, or recommend for a job that they do not deserve.
Somewhere I don't.
That is the meaning.
Yeah,
that is the
exactly.
meaning of nepotism.
Yeah, it's
just
not
to make
wrong.
everybody clear.
It's not wrong because the people who are actually raising such questions have given, you know, jobs to people who are, you know, their family members.
Yeah, but
I'm sure. I mean, I
They
feel like
have done that, you know.
I mean,
but
a
whether
lot
it's
of
also
the-
whether they deserve it or not. Whoever is the best person in the job. I mean, you can look it up online what it means. So the thing is, you have to understand the meaning of it before using it. Like, if you don't understand the meaning of it, it creates like what people like to say, false news.
No, but I'm saying
False
if
debate.
if it's said in a negative way,
Yeah,
I feel like it kind of reflects maybe they're in a negative place. Maybe they're unhappy with their job. Or
Because maybe they feel
it
that
it
because of
stems
this,
from-
the others don't get opportunity, but that's not the case. After
No, I'm
a
saying,
film,
I'm saying if you're satisfied and you're happy in your life, and you're happy with your job, you're happy with your career, I don't think you're going to be sitting there and pinpointing fingers on others and be like, you had it because of this, you had it easy. Maybe they're not happy. You know, maybe they feel like they didn't have a chance or an advantage, or maybe they could use a little bit of nepotism in their lives. I don't know.
I don't think there's
it's
anything
constantly
wrong.
negative, I think.
yeah.
I think there's negativity to anything and everything. I mean, if you look internationally also, Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Aniston, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
They
Kate
all come
Hudson.
from very, very famous fathers,
That's
Oscar-winning families. Even 24, the actor who worked with my father in 24,
Kiefer and
Kiefer Sutherland. He's, you know, like they all come from like families.
Michael
but
Douglas.
Michael Douglas. You know, some really big stars. It's just
But I don't think this argument comes up there, though.
no, it doesn't come up there.
Yeah.
I just feel like laughing.
I don't think that word is used there, though.
No, it is used there. There is nepotism in a lot of
No, I'm
places.
saying, but I don't know if in
Like for
Hollywood
example,
cinema, like,
nepotism can also mean, like for example, if I'm somebody's girlfriend, right? Or if I'm like,
Sure,
if I'm
sure.
somebody and I get a job because I don't deserve the job,
Yeah.
right? Like I suddenly this guy is a scientist and I'm sleeping or I'm having an affair with this scientist person. And the person says, "Chalo, Sonam, you have to make I want you to send something to the moon." And I'm like, "Sure, why not? I'm going to get this job." That if I get the
This
job
is very
like
extreme.
that,
Yeah.
I'm saying this is how to simplify the argument and say that if that also happens, that also means nepotism.
That's true.
Sort of to an extent.
Sonam, this is the second time your name is Zoya in a movie. Ranjana has
Yeah.
proven to be lucky. So again, there's a lucky charm factor over here for you.
Zoya
It's the
actually.
Zoya factor.
Zoya factor. Zoya
Zoya.
means gift. The gift. It means something precious. It's a gift. And I think for Ahuja, when she wrote this book, which was way before Ranjana, I think because he says, the gift from the cricket gods. I think that's why he names her Zoya, because Zoya actually just means a gift. So it's a beautiful name to give to a
And
girl.
it's a gift to all of us right now.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think my favorite name though was Ayat in Mausam. Like really
Ayat is a nice name.
Ayat is a nice name, yeah.
Ayat, Ayat means
pretty.
holy couplet. I really love the name.
Yeah.
This is your second movie in Bollywood. Which director or actor is in your mind you would like to work with?
Oh wow. Hard to pick any one, but I loved Razi, so I'd love to work with Meghna at some point if she gives me the chance. Andhadhun, so Sriram Raghavan. Yeah, there's many. Like I feel like every time I like a film, I'm like, oh, I'd love to work with this person. But I'm very bad at kind of being like, hey, this is the kind of film I want to do, or I want to do this kind of a role. I love to kind of pick from, you offer me a script and I'll hear it, and then if it excites me, I love doing that. But like, I'm very bad at kind of, whenever people ask me this, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I want to do next. But yeah, there are some definitely on my wish list.
Sonam, recently, Katrina Kaif had commented on, Janhvi Kapoor's outfit, and you said
She was making a joke. She was
yeah,
making
but it was taken out of context,
Yeah.
and that is what happens, most of the time.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say of, such, misconstrued,
Well,
stories
it's
or
clickbait,
even
you
social
know.
media trolls for that matter?
No, it's clickbait and whatever makes good copy, Unfortunately, the media is going through a lot. A lot of media houses are merging, a lot of heads are rolling actually, unfortunately, in the media, and a lot of people are losing their jobs, etc. So whatever, I have no negativity, absolutely. I only look at the media in a positive way, and I feel in a lot of ways, you do what you have to do to kind of keep yourself relevant. And with so much going on because of social media, because of the way the world is right now, things do get taken out of context. I mean, it's a part and parcel of our job. I have stopped getting upset with that. Katrina is a friend, so for me, it's clarification has to come between the two of us. It has nothing to do with the media. I can't help it. See, I think my husband told me something which has actually really stayed with me. Whatever somebody thinks about you or whatever somebody does to you is their business, not yours. It's a reflection of who they are, not you. So if somebody is doing that, misconstruing that, that's their karma. They're going to be the ones who are going to pay for it, not me.
And your take on social media trolls?
Exactly the same thing.
Like the advice you would like to give to people who actually, face such online bullying?
Obviously, I have thin skin as well. I'm sure Dulquer also gets upset. Everybody gets upset, especially when there's hate and negativity and there's rape threats and death threats and, they attack your family, they go onto their social media. I mean, it's horrendous. But at the same time, and you feel really bad, like I feel really, really bad. And there have been points where I'm just like, sometimes, you go to, like, for example, there are a lot of online magazines and online portals and stuff like that, and there are all these comments, and there's no moderator actually doing that. It affects the mental health of people. So there has to be some responsibility taken. But again, you have to take the high road. Unfortunately, that's the only option. And the only option is to be like, this is not my problem. If they're being negative and threatening and horrible, it's their karma, and they are going to, your life is like a bank balance. If you're saying something negative, it's going to come back to you twofold, and something worse is going to happen to you. So why are you doing this? Why are you ruining your own life and your own mental space by doing this to somebody else?
But they're also kind of like hiding behind anonymous names and
Yeah, but Dulquer, can you
Like, you're just
imagine
in
their
some-
lives? How small and miserable their lives
Yeah,
must be.
it also
They're
reflects on
doing-
that.
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
you're obviously a sad, unhappy person, so you're just being negative.
I mean, they must be so miserable in their lives. What
They
can
don't
we-
have a life.
They don't know.
They don't have a life.
I mean, they might be having a lives, but God knows what they're going through, you know, in their
Yeah.
lives. I don't know what they're going through. There has to be little sympathy. I feel, honestly, like after a lot of deliberation and a lot of catharsis and me reacting to everything. Can you imagine me, Dulquer? It took me like a couple of years to start feeling actually bad for these people.
Your life's a coming of age film.
It's my life's a coming of age film. It's a coming of age. Sonam is feeling bad for all these people who have been nasty to her. I'm like, yaar, मेरी ज़िंदगी बहुत अच्छी है. How can I judge these people?
Lastly, for both of you, what is the taking point from Zoya factor?
Hey, we have this amazing friendship.
Hi, thank you.
But also, I think it's a great fun film. It's great fun to make. So it's definitely going to be as much fun to watch. I haven't even watched the film. I'm like dying to watch it once it's completely ready.
We're watching it now on Monday.
On the 19th, I think.
No, yeah.
We're digressing, sorry.
Sorry.
We do this a lot. But I'm excited. I think we've
Today, Aarti watched the DCP.
really put our heart into this, and I think it's come out well.
I'm very excited to watch the film. Unfortunately, we've not had the time because we've been promoting so much. And Dulquer doesn't like to watch the film. I usually like to watch the film with my co-star, but he doesn't want to watch the film before.
I like seeing it with sound and effects and
yeah.
the proper cut. And
So
But it's
be
proper
actually
now, it's
reading
done.
from-
It's
but,
over.
yeah, but I'm saying like now it's close to release. We'll watch it.
See this.
Close by now. Close to release anyway. All the best for the
Thank
movie
you so
and
much.
hope it brings a lot of luck
Thank you
for
so
both
much.
of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you so much.